Hello, my name is Brandon Jewell with the CTE Foundation, and today I am here with Barbie Simpson, who's the owner and CEO of Simpson Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. Welcome, Barbie. Thank you so much for being on the interview today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to start out with just having you talk about what Simpson Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning does and what you as the owner and CEO does at that company.
I am the owner and the CEO, and we do heating and air conditioning and sheet metal on all kinds of projects, residential, commercial. We do large projects such as wineries, schools, things of that nature, and we do work in individual homes in the community, changing out furnaces and air conditioners. And we have a sheet metal fabrication shop where we can make anything out of any metal, copper, stainless, zinc. We can fabricate anything that's needed for the jobs that we do, or we actually produce ornamental sheet metal that people may want in their homes, countertops, kitchen hoods. And we have a service department that services all the work that we install as well on the furnaces and air conditioners from the jobs that we do. So my role here as the owner, I'm here daily. It's checking in with all the guys in the morning, watching over the projects, and really working with the employees day in and day out to make sure we do the best job that we can do.
So just to clarify, it sounds like Simpson Sheet Metal Heating Air Conditioning are kind of almost like two separate parts of the business.
Yes, we have the installation end of our business that ranges from all kinds of projects to our service end of our business. We could actually even break it down a little bit more. Our fabrication shop is another aspect of our business as well.
And how did you get into this business?
Well, I was fortunate enough that I stepped into this as a family business that my parents started 38 years ago. And I started in high school, coming in after lunchtime. They had work experience, and I started coming in, and I would work on filing and little small tasks in the office, running errands. And from there, I've been here my entire career. And it just one step at a time, learning one thing at a time, got me to where I am today. I took over ownership here about 4 years ago, and it was just one step at a time, learning every little task throughout the course of our business.
I know this is a family business, but you must enjoy the work in order to be there for so long and have this be your whole life career.
Yes, I couldn't say enough. I love what I do. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. And really the basis of that for me is the people and the relationships that we have here at our business. I have 72 employees right now, and for the most part, the majority of them have been here for years and years. We've all grown up together. And my family, it's a family business. My daughter works here. My son is our shop foreman. My mom handles the receivables, and we're definitely family here. And there's nothing else I'd rather do. And I love the trade. I love the people in the trades and the customers and the general contractors, the people that keep coming back. And I can't say enough. I love it.
Before we started recording, you were saying how busy you guys are right now,
Yes.
even in the midst of this pandemic, and you guys are actually hiring. So what is it that you are looking for in somebody to come in and join your team, to join your family?
A big part of what we do here is we just have created a culture that we just want people to fit in. And that just is a willingness to be a part of the whole is what I find. And generally in an interview, you can kind of tell if they're ready to roll, they're geared up, and they're excited. I'm looking for someone that's excited to do what we do because we're so excited about it.
Yeah, now considering that a lot of the people who are going to be watching this interview are going to be juniors and seniors in high school, and they're starting to think about what they're going to be doing after high school, whether they go on to some sort of post-secondary education, whether they go in directly into a trade, for example.
Right.
And so do you guys have opportunities for those who might not have the skill set already, but do have that drive and that willingness to learn on the job?
Absolutely, we do. We can bring someone in that is doesn't know anything about what we're doing, and there's a couple different routes. We will bring someone in to work out in our yard for receiving and shipping and deliveries, and that gets them used to the materials and everything that we do, and gets them used to what goes out at certain times for different parts of jobs and so forth. And that's one way to bring someone in, and we do that often. And they will graduate from there, and they will move out into the job sites after probably usually a couple years of being in our yard and warehouse. The other area that we have is our union offers training. So if someone wants to come right in and get right into the trade, and they get into the union, the union has schooling that and has a state-of-the-art facility for the schooling, and employees, depending on which program they are in, because we offer several programs in our trade, they will attend schooling either during the day or in the evenings at the union hall. So they get job site experience where they're placed with a journeyman to learn as a helper, and then while they're doing that, they get schooling to further their skills and knowledge of the trade.
Hmm. So that's really great that no matter whether they have experience or whether they don't, you guys
Right.
are willing to help them through that and to offer that opportunity, which is
Absolutely. And we do that day in and day out.
good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So my last question is going to be about advice. As I had mentioned, the students who are watching this are at that time where they're trying to figure out what they want to do.
Right.
So what's one piece of advice that you would have for the students?
My advice, and that I give my children and anyone that comes and asks me about what I do, is to follow your heart and follow your gifts that you have been given. And we all have our things that we love to do and that we're good at. And my advice is always do what you love to do. I just think you can't go wrong. It'll lead you into schooling or some path of, an apprenticeship or, being in the community, whatever that is if you follow that, I believe that those pieces will fall into place, and you may have to do things to get down that path. But I just always follow your heart. And I honestly believe that's the success of our business has been because my parents and myself, we always go with our heart and our gut and trust it and make our decisions based on that.
Well, I think as somebody who has worked her entire life at the same company and has loved it the entire time, I think you're proof of that advice working.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
well, thank you very much, Barbie, for being interviewed with us today. We really appreciate it, and so do the students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.